Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. We are finally covering down ballot elections, and one of the very first down ballot elections we'll be talking about is the United States Senate election blanket primary in California. I've been personally looking forward to this race, mainly because I am kind of interested in seeing how blanket primaries work. If you guys don't know how the blanket primary system works in California, Louisiana, and Washington, which use these systems, they're not really favorited because, once again, you get, as you know, uh, multiple candidates declare their run, but they're not in a separate primary. They're conjoined into one contest. Whoever reaches, as you know, whoever reaches uh the top two gets to advance to the general election. Why is this not really liked by majority of people? Well, especially Republicans. Well, let's just say it's happened multiple times in the state of California where you ultimately get two Democrat runners. There are two times where this happened. It was once in 2016 where, let's see. Yes, you get. So ultimately, the Republican Party was very unfortunately poorly financed. Too much Republican candidates, as you should know. The best performer was Duff Sondheim, who only won 7.8% of the popular vote. Phil Wyman ended up carrying some counties. Ultimately, it was not enough to make him advance to the general, and it was ultimately Kamala Harris, who was Attorney General at the time, and Loretta Sanchez, who got to go and advance to the general election. So, yeah, this is not. You get too many Republicans, as you see here, and there's controversy on who should become the nominee. Originally, I would say Phil Wyman should have been the nominee to face off either Loretta Sanchez or Kamala Harris. But apparently, the GOP hadn't learned its lesson between filing too many runs for the United States Senate, because in 2018, we got the same deal. Diane Feinstein and Kevin De Leon would face off in this close election. However, as you'll see, Diane Feinstein, despite being older, she was overwhelmingly well preferred by the public, winning 44.12% of the popular vote, carrying every county, including this county. I think it's Modoc County, but she carried that county with a tie between between James P. Bradley, who ended up winning this county too, despite barely picking up 8.34% of the popular vote. So, very interestingly enough, Kevin De Leon couldn't carry any counties, but he advanced to the general with 12.7%. So you know how blanket primaries work. And ultimately, it seems that we know the GOP has now learned about the blanket primary mistake as of this election. We are now having a Republican facing off in this race. And even so, we even have Steve Garvey now in this race. But the good news, we got to thank Adam Schiff for a 32.1% of the popular vote victory margin, because if it weren't for Adam Schiff, who financed the Garvey campaign, because then again, it's not all, you got to be crazy, because Devin K. Leon should have financed, as you know, his opponent back in 2018, his Republican opponents, so he could have a Republican Democrat general election face off. He didn't do that, and because of that, the Democratic Party was divided. The California Republic was divided. The California public was divided, and ultimately led to De Leon's defeat. So Schiff did the smart thing. He went and financed the Garvey campaign. So ultimately, he can ultimately get on the top of the leaderboard, and he actually did really, really well. you see Steve Garvey just losing to Adam Schiff by 0.4% of the popular vote. This is a close election. And thanks to, as you know, the split with so many Democrats, so many Republicans in this race, it only could have gotten better for the Garvey campaign. And it has, because in this race here, in the special blanket primary results, in the special election, Steve Garvey actually won with 33.9% of the popular vote against Adam Schiff, who won 30%. Now, there's a reason why Adam Schiff came in second. If it wasn't for Katie Porter and Barbara Lee, and all the other Democrats down over here, it probably wouldn't. Schiff probably would have won. He would have picked up Barbara Lee votes and Katie Porter votes. So expect Schiff to win in November. He will. But Steve Garvey, he's going to pull like an. I hope. By the way, he will pull a Lee Zeldin in the state of California. That's what I'm mainly hoping and praying for, because it shows just like New York, California is also resisting. And who knows, things might change, and Steve Garvey may overperform the results. You'll see he has already won areas like San Diego County. This county, historically Republican stronghold, is now a Democrat stronghold. He's took that right back, along with Orange County. Imperial County is the most Hispanic community in the state of California, votes 60% for Democrats. It could be possible that we could flip this county. If we're flipping southern Texas, honestly, I think we can flip this county. No one lives out here anyway. So who knows? But I'm saying these people over here are stubbornly Democratic. So it may take a lot to persuade and push these people over to the Republican Party. It's going to take a lot. You'll see Steve Garvey won this county by like a 20%, in the 20% range, 30% range, along with Trinity County and this county up here. So, interestingly enough, in Garvey's best run, you'll see he managed to pick up Lake County along with some coastal counties right over here around, and basically he almost won Los Angeles. You see, I think he almost, yeah, I wouldn't say he almost won. I would say this is a 30% victory for a 30% range contest between Schiff and Garvey. But I would say the counties in the lightest colors, like up here in Nevada County, they were the most closest. So that is a good analyzation for results. So yeah, Adam Schiff has the most endorsements. You do have so far Steve Garvey going on in most slowest of predictions. Steve Garvey is also a well-known person. He is a baseball player in the state of California. But ultimately, his views are going to determine his race, his overall performance in the said 2024 Senate election. But yeah, let's see. Like most Republicans in California, there used to be moderates. They used to be moderates. I'm seeing so much energy for Garvey. I think so far he's looking more to be more of a conservative so far. But yeah, you'll see in reality he's more of a baseball player than actually in reality as you know, a star when it comes to politics. But yes, there is Steve Garvey is I would like to see Steve Garvey win. But in reality, we know this is California. And Adam Schiff, he's pulled a victory so far in what looks like to be over here. Yeah. So, what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next political episode.